everybody. What a spectacular and sparkling day we've got in North Queensland today in Townsville for the NTI Townsville 500 on the Red Park Street Circuit. It is our 7th event of the Repco Supercars Championship as we build towards the back end of the Repco Sprint Cup finals. Our focus at the moment is on Brock Feeney. And he's still remarkably got a 183-point margin, the same that he came to the event with, but the name next in the queue has changed. And that's now Matty Payne. Cross boundary street, awesome shot there as you can see the car just aiming up at that apex as he plunges down to turn 11. It's a very high speed approach in there from north of 200 kilometres an hour, and it's very difficult to get the cars to pull up straight. Second or third gear, and it just wants to have a little wriggle because the car's set up to be very pointy in turn here into the final corner here. We'll start to see our first indicative numbers for what it really looks like out there on this glorious Saturday morning. 13.3 opening account here for Brock Feeney, and he's quickly followed by his teammate Will Brown, moves into position number 2 on a 13.5. But as I said, these numbers are going to tumble all over the place. Waters up into position number 4, now displaced by Randall. Matty Payne to the top, 13.1. Good solid run for him yesterday. Second now in the championship. Heimgartner up into position number 3. Allen came up into the 10 here as well, but keep the focus on that line. Everything south of position number 18. David Reynolds with the cold this weekend is right on the fringe. LeBrock, he's in 20th position at the moment.
So David Reynolds up 15 spots to 4th. Chaz Mostert up 17 spots to 5th. The checkered flag is out. Finishing this lap is all important. Cooper Murray comes up to 2nd. Comes up 22 positions. Nice job.
Now, Brodie's on a lap, but he needs to be because he's 21st at the moment. He's gone sector best in the first bit, personal best in the second bit, and now he applies a pretty big number there and grabs everybody's attention with the 13.1 to go to the top. LeBrock's done the same up into position number 3. Aaron Cameron inside the top 10 here at the moment, also in the cool drive entry, and his teammate, James Courtney. Nice work. So those below the line at the moment, Hill Davison, who had a slow stop yesterday and a bit of instability in the rear of the car. Allen, Stanaway, Golding and Wood. Laps, though, are still being completed. There's a battle to try and pull up car number 17 into turn 11 then for Will Davison, but he managed to just scoot around there. But this is going to be sudden death for him. He's got to climb.
He's currently 21st. Cam Waters is in trouble. He's in, and he's been bumped out. He's 19th. So Waters has been bumped. Will Davison to finish off his lap, and he goes up to 17th. And Cam Hill goes up to 18th. He stays in. So Cam Waters from the front row of the grid yesterday is currently 21st, and Ryan Wood 24th.
P18 was a
staggering topsy-turvy change.
Seriously wrong with the Ryan Woodmobile because that's a 15.2. That's 2 seconds away from the fastest lap.
Waters has got out and looked down the left-hand side of the car. So what an extraordinary outcome. And here's Ryan Wood, who's been making great progress in the 25 championship season, and he is stone motherless last at the moment, and there's obviously a story to follow up on that one.
And that corner there, turn 10, and getting it stopped at turn 11. You could see him battling there. Randall, Prix on the brake. The car was not stable. It started to tram track around in the braking area. He had to gather it up and try to make it to the apex. And the first blush is Feeney with a 13.46 on used tyres. Now his teammate is going to knock him off with a 12.72. That is a brand new tyre lap, and that's the first genuine marker we've seen today that rivals the Kostecki domination from yesterday. 12.5 yesterday. Will Brown now with a superb lap, 12.72.
And as the rubber builds on the outside of the racetrack there through the weekend, they can be more adventurous and aggressive using the painted white lines down there as it begins to grip up through the weekend. Into the final corner here. And again, the timing totem is going to light up here with a lot of different numbers splashing in every different direction. So Brown's out of the car on the top of this grid. His teammates just dropped in behind on a 12.9. But it's nearly 1/3 of a second adrift. Thomas Randall up into 3rd position here. Matty Payne now jumps up. He's in position number 2 in the Penrite entry. Kai Allen up into position number 10. Brodie Kostecki fires one in. He's now in 4th. Will Davison, teammate, sits in behind him. Brycey Forward, who continues his fine form that we saw in the Northern Territory and in Tasmania, has come up into 4th. David Reynolds finding big form on Saturday, up into position number 2. And Matt Payne has gone on with a second lap here, Mark. We'll keep an eye on this because it might be enough to climb over on current indications. Now, the tyre will diminish through the lap, but the first sector is the best that we've seen.
Cooper Murray up to 5th. Aaron Cameron there has done a really good job through the course of the weekend. James Courtney, what a lap by James Courtney. Comes up 16 positions with a 12.8 to 2nd position. So Brown, Courtney, Reynolds, Payne, Forward, Murray, Feeney, Kostecki, LeBrock, Davison.
Closed pit exit.
Now,
Pit
Anton,
exit is now closed.
who was on the podium yesterday, is in 12th, but he's done a personal best in the first sector, so he's still only got half a lap to go here. Matty Payne.
What's that lap?
In fact, yeah, I just wanted to have a look what that middle sector looked like. And it's the best of class. So this is going to threaten the top number here at the moment and cement his position, and it does. And a 12.6 is a very impressive number. 3/100ths is the margin over Brown.
So the number at the 10 for Davison on the cusp is a 13.04. So have a look at that for the margins in the end. It's only 0.3 of a second across the top 10.
Watch Di Pasquale in the background here, because at the moment he's sitting in 12th position. He's going to be so close. He moves up to 11th, so close but not close enough. He's done a 13.1 as Jack LeBrock moves up into position number 7.
Yep, so LeBrock improves with a 12.98.